right, Kelvin. Hey. All right. Oh man, people are gonna think we're so weird.
Well, we are so weird.
What else is new, right? Right, there you go. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying your stay right now in Vancouver.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice today. Not as rainy as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I know. It's always nice when it's surprisingly dry, right? Because we always say, we tell the outsiders to never move to Vancouver because it rains so much, but it's just a ploy, right? You just don't want people to get.
Don't say that on the internet. Keep that a secret, man.
Oh man. Yeah. So today is really just about a quick conversation. First of all, it's I just got these new mics.
Yep.
You know, so it's the wireless Go 2, so meaning that it has two of them. I think that's why it's called 2. I initially thought it's version 2, but no, it just means it got 2 mics.
That makes sense.
Yeah, 2 mics. Yeah, 2 mics for 2 separate people. So instead of like doing like a weird, awkward interview, we can just have a conversation like regular human beings, you know. So
as close as I can be to that. Yeah, sure. I'll try.
I know you're so awkward. If we do interviews, you'll be like,
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm cool.
Yeah, but if
I
we
just need more beer.
If we're just having a convo and having a beer, then whatever, man, whatever the fuck ever. You know? Yeah. So for those of you, because it's usually always about me and Tuna doing the Way of BJJ stuff, right? Because we actually train BJJ.
What I train in my mind.
Yeah, in the dojo of my mind.
In bits.
Yeah, but we keep on telling people that you know what, we are actually working on something for reals. So I think it's time to show people you actually do exist. You know?
Now I have to actually get something done.
So that's Kelvin.
I'm on the hook now.
Yeah, he's the person that's working on the app right now, and so. I mean, we have had this discussion before, you know, because having the first mover advantage is quite important, right? So it's not like we're gonna tell people exactly what kind of stuff we're cooking up.
It's a secret.
Yeah, but I think it's really important to find out, like, you don't even train jiu-jitsu. So what got you? How did you? I often think to myself, how did we con you into actually signing up for the project? Like, what drew you into trying to be a part of it?
Well, I haven't trained jiu-jitsu technically, but I've been training in various martial arts since I was like 8 or something.
Yeah, like what?
And I've done I started Shotokan karate, good solid forms there. I did some wrestling in junior high and high school.
Nice.
And then I got into Hapkido, Taekwondo, Judo, some of that stuff. So I've been training, you know, off and on for a long time.
Nice.
And then, so I know Ryan very well, and he introduced me to you. And you guys were talking about these cool ideas, and I like cool, crazy ideas. And this sounded like a product that the community needs. And I've been writing code for almost as long as I've been training. In various things. So yeah, I thought I had some unique ideas I could bring to the project, and we all seem to jam really well on ideas. So it seemed like a no-brainer. We kind of just fell into the idea and we said, let's do it. Let's start working on some things, right?
Yeah, and we both know jiu-jitsu is really just Mexican ground karate anyways, right?
Well, you know, that's actually, that was one thing Ryan kept saying to me. You should do jiu-jitsu, man. You'd be good at it. You love it. It's like, it's technical and you know the combos and the way you got to think and strategize and the way you chain things together. You'd have the right mindset for it. And he's actually right. Learning what I've learned in talking to you guys and trying to build an app around this, he was totally right.
He is. But thank God you don't train. It would be way too lethal.
No, man, I know, you know, I'm tempted to. If I didn't live so far away from anywhere I could train, I would probably have started again by now, but...
yeah, because the closest place is that German jiu-jitsu place that you kept telling us about.
What's their slogan? Never fear again or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think it's just a nerd part of your brain that's kind of got you intrigued into the project, and then the more we start describing the grand vision that we have, the more you're like, hey man, I want to be a part of that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the reason why. Because in the beginning, when I first came up with the idea, I actually wasn't even interested in doing it for real. You know, it was just kind of right. I was just like, it would be nice to have something like that, but do I want to put in the effort? Because I know it's going to be hard work no matter what. But do I want to actually put in the effort and really pursue it? But the more I started thinking about it, the more I talked to you guys, and the more we start having this common vision of what it could be. Since, I mean, the same thing happened. I'm like, man, you know what? This could really change the trajectory of how the martial arts is being practiced and being, being trained right now. And I would like to be a part of that. I mean, to be honest, you know.
Yeah, it's an exciting thing. The more I think about it, the more we work on it, and every time we get together and play with what we've been working on, and it's more exciting. And then that sparks off a bunch more ideas, and so I can see like a lot of ways we can grow in the future with it. So it's just it inspires me to sit down and get this beta out the door for people to start trying. And
yeah, I know we've been teasing we've been teasing that beta for a while now, but I think when we started working on it, it's not as easy as we thought it would be, because it's easy to just put out something that is like linear, right? This move connects to this move, whatever. And you could have created that like easily, but we are trying to create something that's gonna be able to grow and be able to kind of, what do you call that?
Organically
grow to include other
game,
stuff,
right? Yeah.
Where because the game and the game itself, like jiu-jitsu, is evolving like an organism, to be honest, right? So
yeah, it's not a confined rule set. It's always expanding, it's always changing. So we can't build something that's too rigid, right? You have to build something that can adapt with the art as it grows too.
Yeah.
And for the individual, right? As your game grows, it needs to adapt to you. So
yeah, because there will be new moves, new modalities, new ways to think about things, right? So we have to create a system that's going to grow with it, So and I think that is something that's super exciting right now, because the last iteration that you showed us, well, we can literally see the stuff starting to move around on its own and kind of like growing into its own thing, So I thought that was pretty cool. So looking forward to actually getting that beta and start playing around with it.
And we want to make it the user interface like really easy to use, right? If you got to do a lot of weird, complicated stuff just to log your training or whatever, it's going to be not as fun to use, and you're probably not going to use it, right?
Yeah, so I think that's one of the things that a lot of the academy owners that we talk to kept bringing up, right? They encourage their students to like log their training, this and that. But the reason why nobody does it is, first of all, it's cumbersome, right? And second of all, is if you have like the old school ways with a notebook, right? The notebook, then you start writing stuff down. I did this and did this and did this. But that's more of a brain dump, right? You dump the stuff in there, so it helps to kind of retain the information that you had just picked up. But nobody actually goes back and look at those notes. It just doesn't work that way, right? So we're trying to solve that issue at the same time, right? Something that's easy to use, and that's something that will actually make you be able to go back and add on to it and start, expanding onto what your learning thing is like, right?
Once you have it in there, unlike a notebook where at best you can kind of go back and review and think about what your game was like back then, we are starting to have the ability to show you things that you never would have seen before, or see your game in a different way, right? Yeah, that's super exciting to me.
Right, time to test the mic. Okay, wow.
Strictly professional.
Yes. Oh man, yeah. We picked like a really noisy pizza place.
Yeah, so hopefully these new mics are working.
Yeah, let's hope. Otherwise, this whole video is going to be a freaking waste of time.
might be, but oh well.
Well, that's why we're doing it casually like this. Have zero expectations. If it works, perfect. If it doesn't, whatever. At least we're having beer.
True story. That's the important part.
Yeah.
It's all just an excuse to drink more beer, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you're going to go train, you might work that off. I'm just going to go sit behind a computer, and then it just builds on me. And I'm
Well,
in
you know what
trouble.
they say, when you're using your brain, it burns way more calories than physical exertion anyways, right?
I don't know that that's actually true. I think people who don't exercise like to think that, but
Oh man, so it's just another way for nerds to rationalize not exercising, it.
yeah. I don't want to be in that trap.
That's true. Oh man. Yeah, I really hope that you will start training jiu-jitsu pretty soon, you know?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, because once we have the beta going, then you will be tempted to start actually building your game. And
Well, it's
see
true.
what
Actually,
that
I am
looks
kind of
like.
jealous of that. Like, I do feel like I'm sort of learning from, talking to you guys and looking at the footage that you guys are shooting and thinking about how the app is going to work for people. I actually have to learn, at least intellectually, some movements, some moves, some strategy, and how you guys, well, just a lot of the terminology for things was a bit of a roadblock at first, right? It's like, what? I don't know, and what position are you in? And explain that to me again.
What's a 69 to a teabag? What?
Like, yeah, how many times did we have to talk about freaking lockdown the other day? For me to just like wrap my head around how lockdown works. Right?
Man, that's more of a tuna thing. He's freaking obsessed with the
Yeah,
lockdown.
it does seem that way. But it was a good little framework to think about. To help me understand more of the nuances of how to put the app together, right? Mm-hmm. So it's good. But I have learned a lot just from talking to you guys, and I guess eventually I'll have to get on a mat and
All right.
do some ground cuddling.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. All right. Well, so let's start. Maybe helping the people who's been following us and supporting us to kind of understand what we expect in the next couple of months. So because again.
Oh yeah. So you're putting me on the spot now.
Well, I mean,
put me on the hook. It's like, okay, when are we gonna have this beta out, Calvin?
Well,
Come on, man.
Nobody knows when exactly we shot this video, so.
That's true.
Right? Well, I mean, we don't have a date or anything, so you could.
What? This isn't live on YouTube right now?
Yeah. So really, again, casually, what's the expectation for yourself?
Well, like I said, I wanted to get you and Ryan on there. Well, I had you on there last week, but got some early feedback and tweaked some more things from that. And then, so this week I've been on a bit of a vacation in Vancouver. So I want to get you guys back on the new iteration of things once I get back. So Monday or Tuesday, you guys should be back on and playing with the new stuff that I demoed to you on the call last week.
Yeah.
And from there, just fleshing out the rest, like readapting those changes into the rest of the parts of the app that you've seen already. And that'll give us our first sort of working foundation that you and Ryan can demo, get your games in there, and then hopefully we start to select a few people to get some feedback from them and go from there.
Yeah, very nice. Because by August it would have been 1 year, right? I think.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. The 1 year anniversary of when we decided to pursue this project. So that's so that I think that would be pretty cool to have some type of something concrete by that time for us to kind of showcase. So. Again, not trying to throw Kelvin under the bus or anything, because I know it's like I would rather take the time to make something that's really gonna change the game and revolutionize the game, right?
Get it right.
So I'm totally fine with with delays and everything, because again, greatness doesn't just doesn't come right out of the box,
Yeah, I also sort of rearranged my own schedule fairly recently, right, to accommodate more time, more development, more focus on Way of BJJ. Got my own other business commitments down recently to do that. So yeah, I'm fully committed to this thing.
Yeah, for sure, man. Because it would be nice if we had like a freaking $1 billion investor like Elon Musk or something.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is we don't.
We don't. It's just us trying to get it together and. It'll get some traction, and then it'll be good.
For sure. Yeah. So just by the off chance that some freaking billionaires watching this, and you wanna kind of invest in this stuff, reach out to us. We're always willing to talk and see where that goes, right?
Yeah, man. for sure.
No promises though. You
Doesn't
have,
hurt to talk.
we have to vibe on the same wavelength.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, the pizza is here, so I guess
pizza is here,
yeah.
so let's go
So
get some
that's the update. You know, because sadly Ryan Tuna's mom was in the hospital. I think she still is in the hospital.
Yeah, I hope she's home. And back
But
now.
I think she's in stable condition. But that's the reason why we haven't had too much activities or new contents coming out, because again, family comes first. Gotta take care of the mother first. Yeah, so hopefully this update finds you well, and we will keep on working on the project. Just letting you know that we are still as committed as ever,
For sure.
and it's gonna be a lot of fun. And can't wait for this thing to
Yeah,
get
man.
going.
More weekends in Vancouver and maybe hitting the mat sometime soon, right?
There you go. Let's do it.
All right.
Right,
Cheers,
cheers,
man.
Now let's have some fucking pizza.